celebrated with us here at her karaoke party. You celebrated.
You are considerably younger.
You're the Schmelke of the fandom. You're the only person who's been here for so many conventions. I mean, that's a compliment. It's a good thing.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, we're celebrating Krista's 100th convention.
It's Christopher.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, you're a lot younger than us. 36.
Turns out.
I don't feel very young.
Remember 36?
I do.
The war had just ended.
I'll tell you what 36, true 36, when I was 36, I did my first episode of Supernatural.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Season 2.
I met Rich 2 years after he was 36, so you do that.
So 30.
That's not a
Wait, don't tell me.
Don't do it.
30.
Carry the 1.
41.
There's net X minus, I forget it. Don't forget should we dive in? Let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
Right? Let's invest. Right here.
Hi.
Hi.
So question. If you could have any actor play you in the movie of your life, who would it be and why?
If we could have any actor play ourselves in the story of our life, who would it be and why?
Yours would be...
Hervé Villechaize.
Oh, we're doing Living or Dead? I thought you were going to say, you always say Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman would turn down the role. I don't think he would.
I think Gary Oldman would kill as Richard Spade.
He'd be great, but I think
Gary Oldman is Richard Spade Jr.
he would be better
in Dick.
in Dick.
What do you got, Robbie? Who'd you pick?
Who's going to play me would be the person that would play me. Who's the lead dude in Walking Dead?
Oh, Andrew Lincoln.
Andrew Lincoln.
We were on a train to Comic-Con, Robbie and I, hanging out, and Robbie got up to use a can or whatever he was going to do. Sure. Get some drugs out of the sweet spot. And the guy sitting across the aisle goes, dude, that's so dope that you're riding to Comic-Con with Andrew Lincoln. I just took my, I'm like, that's not Andrew Lincoln. It looks like Andrew Lincoln. It's not Andrew Lincoln. It's Rob Benedict from Supernatural. He goes, oh shit, I better change my Facebook post. Like he had taken a secret photo of you and already posted it.
Should have let him.
In hindsight, if I'd known you were posted it, I'd have left it alone.
Yeah.
But,
So Hervé Villechaize is Richard Spade. Andrew Lincoln is me.
and Patrick Dempsey as Matthew Garrett.
That would be good, but out of respect, I'm gonna have to say it would have to be the older version of me playing me because I've already played him. Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Who's the kid? Did we see? Anybody see the movie Jumanji, the new one?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was one of the Jonas Brothers, I think, playing the pilot.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy could play Colin.
Yeah, he's handsome.
And he's young.
He's
like
young.
you picked a dude a lot older than you did. That's not necessarily. Well, I picked a dead guy, so I guess it's not necessarily.
I'm glad you pointed him out.
Spot on casting, I guess.
We're vocally equivalent, which makes it really
Yeah, exactly. He can see that you guys could do a duet on that soundtrack.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Thank you for the question. You.
My name is Indiana.
Hi, Indiana. We were just there.
My question is, do any of you know how to floss? And if so, could you guys compete of who's better at flossing?
I don't, so boys have at it.
You don't floss, as your dentist told you it's the most important thing more than brushing your teeth.
I do floss.
That's what she said. She wants us to show who would be the best flossers.
Oh, sure. You want to
Use 2 hands, 1 hand, or do you have the wand?
No, I do 2 hands. We competing? Okay.
I was using
1, 2, 3, go.
Was that the real thing? Really? Miss, come to the stage.
Yeah, I've never tried it.
Look at the confidence in her watch, I'm going to ask a question that gets me up on stage so I can floss.
What kind of song do you need to floss to?
Anything?
Whichever. Right. fun.
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Indiana, you're here, man.
Thank you for teaching me that. I've never tried that before.
So answer your
I think the takeaway here.
Thank you. Bye.
Look at Ringo.
Yeah.
Drums. Jeez. Who knew?
Nailed it.
Crazy.
You.
Hey dudes.
Hey.
So my question is, what's the craziest thing you guys have ever done together?
Craziest thing we've ever done together.
So there's so many. I'll tell you one. I think this counts. Robbie and I worked on a program years ago. Sadly, years ago. It was called Kings of Con. It's a show we made together. And we used crowdfunding. The good people like yourselves helped us get it off the ground. And one of the things we didn't know crowdfunding would be as successful as it was. You guys really blew our minds with that whole support. So we had set a lofty goal that if we got $200,000, Matt would strip naked and run the neighborhood. Much to his chagrin, we passed that watermark pretty quickly. We had already shot the pilot for that show, which we used as teasers to sort of help raise money. And in that teaser, Rob had been totally naked in his front yard for the show. And now we had Hollywood tour buses stopping by to show Andrew Lincoln's bottom. It was created this whole cottage industry up in the hills. So Rob didn't want to do nudity in his neighborhood, so my neighborhood got picked as the neighborhood. And Matt brought his wife and his baby, newborn. He came over, and while my wife made sandwiches, he stripped nude and ran the streets of Silver Lake. Well, Rob and I filmed it for Juveniles, like a couple of pervs.
Until the neighbor yelled at us.
Yeah, whenever the neighbor yelled at us, made a U-turn, and came back and gave us the finger.
Rob was like, just walk down here. And I was like, all right. He's like, okay. Clicks the phone on. He goes, all right, go now.
And Rob, if I'm not wrong,
right here?
Yeah, we're in the middle of the street, in the middle of the day.
Hiding in the bushes before.
I stood in the bushes. And then Rob was it was funny, we had two camera angles. One was going to be the wide angle, sort of track him down, and one was going to be the follow along camera. And Rob sprained his arm volunteering to be the tracking camera. I'll run with him, I got it. So fully dressed Rob and totally nude Matt sprinted around the neighborhood of Silver Lake.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was a crazy.
There are some choices we've made that are questionable, and that's one of them. And that goes with one of the crazy things.
Yeah, because normally when we talk about crazy stories the three of us have done, there's alcohol involved.
This was not even totally sober. This was totally sober. This was one of those things that we did with clear minds, which calls into question our minds.
In the daytime.
Yeah, nonetheless. Anything else to top that, fellas? Is that?
I mean, I think I pretty much
Pretty good, right?
does it all. We were sober, it was daytime, and I was naked, and you had a camera. It doesn't. What other lines are there to cross?
Well, the great thing about it is, it's like, while you guys are doing that, man named Jace here in the house, and Matt's running the neighborhood, Jace, he's like, hey man, you want lemonade with your sandwich? Like, she doesn't care. She's like, sure do! And genitals mean nothing to her. Anyway, good stuff.
I think you can find that video. It's still out there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I think our Indiegogo stuff is kind of still, all those videos are still out there.
Is
areas
blurred.
Thank goodness.
I had to do the blurring because I was the editor of that thing, and the man's area shifts position a lot when it's on the move, and it really attacks my tracking skills. I'd be like, yeah, good. Well, not good. I covered there. Okay, when he rounds the bend, it's right behind him. It's sort of making the turn after him. I got.
Thank you so much for your question. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Rob, I just want to say you look really nice today.
Oh, thank you very much.
You sure do, Bobby. We were all proud of where the rock cleaned up.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the trailer. I think it's in here somewhere. Rob shirtless. Rob, man, love that dude. Good show. Here's Rob, it's Kurt Fuller. There's Rob, oh, there's Rob, and Rob. Rob dropped the
If
mic.
you introduced me like that, I'd have punched you in the teeth.
You do not bite the hand that feeds you, and you sure as hell don't let it give you a tongue job.
I work with Joe Snow right now, but that's the biz.
It's a good show.
Andrew Lincoln's bottom. That's Rob Benedict playing the role, but Andrew Lincoln came in and we CGI'd his bottom on the run.
Anyway, yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for what you said.
Richard, I wanted to ask you if you always knew that Gabriel was still alive.
No, I found out when right before, in last season, it was episode 13 in which they brought my character back and revealed Gabriel to be in prison. And right before that, I was on a phone call with Andrew Dabb about an episode I was directing. And he said, oh, by the way, during the business call, he said, by the way, we're bringing you back. I said, I know, I'm directing episode 20. He said, no, we're bringing Gabriel back. And I said, really? Yeah, no, we are. I'm like, huh. And he sent me the little outline that I was curious, how'd you figure that out? And they had Asmodeus reveals, there's Gabriel with his mouth sewn shut. And I said, did my wife pitch this storyline? Is this did the town come together and had Robbie in the room and JC and Matt and they're like, go here, please. Yeah, so no, I did not know. I was as surprised as you folks were. Only I was surprised earlier.
I wasn't surprised. I knew he was alive.
Oh, well, that makes one of us. So everybody's surprised but you, but good call. Your foresight was spot on, because you were right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
First of all, I want to say, Matt, my grandma watches General Hospital all the time, and she loves you on there. I just got a photo up with you, send it to her, and be like, oh, and she was like, oh my God, tell Matt I love him on General Hospital.
You tell your grandma that I love her very much, so.
Dr. Monroe sends his love.
And my question is, if you all were stranded on an island alone, who in the cast would you bring with you?
We're stranded alone.
Yeah, well, like if somebody else had to be with you, who would you want it to be and why?
But if we're stranded alone, how can we bring it with us?
From the
There's holes in the question. Holes all over the question.
From the clouds.
I would take, I'd take Misha Collins. I think that he seems to me to be the kind of guy, actually I know he's the kind of guy that under duress would have a cool head and get things done. And also, he's the kind of guy that actually, if you throw him in the middle of a jungle, he can survive. He's just going to know how to make fire.
I would bring Jared Padalecki because he could reach the coconuts.
If I was John from Supernatural in the 70s, I would bring Mary so that there would be a Supernatural.
Matt, you're going to write a script on the island? What?
Mary and I are going to bring
Hammering out some storylines? Thank you for your question.
Outline this is the one.
Yeah, write the Bible for the 5-year arc. Hey.
Hi.
Hi. So I was wondering if you could be any supernatural villain or like, I guess, creature, what would you choose and why?
Robbie, if you could be any supernatural villain and or creature, why? And who?
I always thought Abaddon was kind of a badass.
Yeah.
I think she looks cool.
Yeah.
I'd be Abaddon.
Couldn't agree more. Maddie?
I would be Jeffrey's, Vincent's,
Asmodeus.
Because I always dreamt of having a beard and hair like Jeff Bridges, and he's right there.
Yeah.
Right in the pocket, white suit, just doing it.
You often talk about the bad guys in the show.
Yeah.
Which one
I go on and on about
I know.
it. I'm going to go with Sully because I know he's not a bad guy, but he's a fun-loving creature who is so helpful to the kids. And so lovable.
How would you like to that episode?
Genius, a young upstart.
Anyway, we run out of time.
Barely have to sit in school like that. Whip smart. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You.
Hi guys. The ladies were on here earlier telling what their band name was going to be. So it's the three of you. What is your band name?
Hank Plank and the 2x4s.
There you go.
Thank you.
Are you?
No, you are. I'm not. I'm a backup player. You're Hank Plank with the 2x4s.
I'm Hank Plank.
We're either going to be Hank Plank with the 2x4s or Phil Dill with the pickles. It's up to you.
I think Hank Plank just is not that person.
I had 3 fictitious band names when I was in high school. The reason why I'm answering so quickly is I had 3 fictitious band names at Hank when I was a kid. Hank Plank with the 2x4s. Well, I had 4, but one's inappropriate.
Yeah,
I